Hey folks, back with another video. Let's dive into what stories got my attention. The United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia are letting Israeli intelligence agents into Yemen's Socotra Island. Isa Salim bin Yaqut, a chief of the tribe in the Socotra, has warned the countries against violating Yemen's sovereignty. Currently, United Arab Emirates has effectively took over the island, angering the locals, the Yemeni government, and Saudi Arabia. Now, UAE has been alleged to be seeking to annex the island due to its strategic location. It has also been alleged that the Israeli UAE are aiming to establish an intelligence gathering base to monitor Iran, China, and Pakistan. Now, these kinds of maneuvers by Israel is going to give other Arab countries the excuse to not establish any normalization. They are likely to view Israel as a destabilizing force in the Middle East. Moving on, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit has handed out the ruling that the warrantless telephone dragnet that the secretly collected millions of Americans' telephone records violated the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act and may have violated the Constitution. Edward Snowden posted on Twitter his reaction. Quote, I never imagined that I would live to see our courts condemn the NSA's activities as unlawful and in the same ruling credit me for exposing them. Now I think that President Donald Trump should pardon Snowden and may use this ruling as his defense. And while he's pardoning, I think President Trump should also pardon Julian Assange. American civil liberties unions welcomed the decision, and I hope our government can reduce the draconian laws passed during the past decades. Moving on, Turkey's economy may be headed for a worse crisis. Turkish lira has been on a decline for some time and is currently at an all-time low. Turkish government and central bank have exacerbated the economic crisis, cutting the interest rate and a surge in fiscal spending, while the inflation rate has been running high. Now, Turkey is already mired in a political crisis, both domestic and foreign, and as I see it, the inflation is bound to surge, if not remain stubbornly at the current rate. Turkish people will most likely suffer under the coming political and economic crisis that's headed their way. Moving on, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia opens its airspace to Israeli flights for the first time. Saudi Arabia announced that the United Arab Emirates requested Saudi Arabia to allow Israeli airline headed for UAE. Now, Saudi Arabia allows all flights in its airspace that fly to UAE, and hence the Israeli flight going to UAE are allowed. Now, as I've said before, I am for normalization of relations between Israel and other Arab countries, and I think this is a good sign. And finally, astronomers reported that they had detected the loudest, most massive, and most violent collision yet between a pair of black holes. Now, the two black holes collided 7 billion years ago, vibrating in space time. Now, the signal was detected by the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory and the Virgo Interferometer Observatory. The signal lasted a tenth of a second, and it was a loud, sharp chirp, almost a bang by one astronomer. Now, this phenomenon is something the theorists say was not supposed to exist. but this event is probably going to add to our knowledge. And I wait how the broader, both the astronomy and broadly the theoretical physicist community will take this. That's it for this video. If you like the video, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for future updates. Write in the comments below your thoughts, criticism, and anything I missed. And I will see you in the next video.